Llévate más de lo que esperas todos los días con el nuevo McValue en McDonald's. Ahora puedes comprar uno y sumarle otro por $1. Así que cuando tu equipo favorito enfrente a sus rivales, enfrenta tus antojos con $5 Meal Deals. Y si estás corriendo para alcanzar el desayuno, corre a la app para llevarte ofertas antes del cutoff. Tú decides, y con McValue, tu decisión siempre rinde más. Precios y participación pueden variar. BOGO $1 válido para un producto de igual o menor valor. Debe estar registrado en Rewards para ofertas en el app.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. It's time for Court. Court is in session.
It's all you.
I really like the song.
Me too.
Did you know that
I didn't know if there was a hee-hee coming in.
No hee-hees. That song, I made it because we talked about doing something like this, and we never quite figured out what we wanted to do with it. But I made that song because I was like, oh, we're going to do that court or whatever session thing. And so I made that, and it sat for almost a year. We never used it. And finally, I was like, I'm going to play it for them, just so they know that this song existed and we never made the segment. And then right after that, we were like, all right, we got to do the segment.
Thank God it exists.
So the theme song.
You just did
the theme
VH1
behind the
music for how your dumb theme song was made.
But it's just so funny. Like, after I play it, it's like, all right, we got to do this now.
17-minute explanation of the court jam.
I didn't even
they're
get
going to turn
into
that into a 7-part Netflix dramatized series.
Well, there was a part in there where I got into drugs real heavy, and then I was in a car accident, and one of the guys that helped me write the song died.
It's a 6-word intro, and you're. I mean, it's nice. I like it. It makes me laugh. But come on, man.
It's so good. It spawned the segment.
Behind the music. All right. So that's Greg Warren. I had this whole plan when we were coming into this. I was going to say, well, Greg's here. Courtney's out. I'm doing Court's Court. And now we're 2 minutes into the segment.
This is the best. This 2 minutes is the best part of this segment so far.
Yeah,
the rest of it's not going to... The actual segment isn't as good as the build-up.
Well, I was also going to ask before we started about the Greg's clarinet, because you bought a clarinet.
Yeah.
You came and you bowled us over with some, I think, two
cover songs.
Two cover songs, but you blew our minds.
Yeah.
And a nice clarinet, too, right?
It's a wood clarinet, yeah.
Beautiful clarinet.
Yeah, bought it right across the street, actually.
So you bought it across the street. You've got a clarinet. You came in, blew our minds. Have you picked the clarinet back up since
I haven't
then?
touched it since.
Have you thought about it?
No.
The intention when you bought the clarinet, though, was... Maybe I'll get back into this a little bit.
Like a lot of the things I buy, the intention is to get it at that moment. Like, I don't know.
You didn't know. You didn't think... But you could have rented one or figured out another way to get one, but you were just like...
Yeah, no, they wanted to rent me a plastic one, and I wanted a wood one.
Yeah.
And...
You got a good one.
I mean, that was a big deal coming on this show.
Yeah.
Playing the clarinet, coming out of retirement. I can't do that with a plastic clarinet, okay?
You gotta go.
So if I never play it again, it was worth it.
Is there a guy out there that would be listening that would hear the clarinet and be like, that guy's playing a plastic clarinet?
Yeah, I'm turning this off
Are people's
right
ears
now.
tuned like that?
Mr. Bauman, my clarinet teacher would.
You don't get first chair playing plastic clarinet.
One of my teachers would.
Bert would know?
Bert was a funny guy, too. Bert, he gave me private lessons one time. Mike Bert played down at the Muni, okay? And one time I was playing saxophone a little bit too, and I got this new saxophone, and I said, "Man, I got this new saxophone, but it needs a lot of work. They're gonna have to run it over. They call it run it over or whatever." And Mike said, "Hell, I'll take it in the back and run it over with my Lincoln." And I was like, "What?" Yeah. And that's when I wanted to become a comedian.
Him,
right
yeah.
As soon as you heard, I mean, I hate to break it to you, but now that we know that you play sax too.
Yeah, well, hold on.
Not only are we going to want that.
I'm not buying a sax.
You're going to have to buy a saxophone. Aren't they like $800?
I don't know. No, I mean, the clarinet wasn't a whole lot cheaper than that. Yeah.
It's a wood one.
But I mean, I'm thinking if I play sax, You Belong to the City.
That would change our lives.
I would cry.
That would change our lives. Courtney would lose her mind.
You think so?
Yeah.
If you came in here and played
unannounced,
You Belong to the City.
completely unannounced, just walk in.
on a purchased.
Here's the thing, man.
saxophone.
If I buy a sax, okay, and I don't think I can, but if I did, the thing is, my friend Tommy Allen stole my sax because I gave it to him and he's never given it back. So I had a sax.
Is this 30 years ago? Or?
Yeah, about 40. No, 30. And Tommy lives in St. Louis. So if you're listening, I want my sax back.
Come on,
okay?
Tommy.
And here's the thing. If I have that sax and I come in and play You Belong to the City, you guys have to sing. You guys got to sing. We got to make it a production.
We'll make a video. Joey was in here earlier, a brilliant video guy. We'll make it into it'll be a viral sensation.
It won't.
We could try to recreate the original Glenn Fry video.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah. All right. I'm working.
Everybody in this room, the only thing that all of us can agree on, me, Courtney, and Brando, is Glenn Fry.
Yeah.
I just made that up, but I feel like it's got to be true.
I mean, I'm
the
with
heat.
you.
I mean, the heat is on, man.
The heat is on. Yeah.
We could all agree on that.
I mean, I maybe I could do. The thing is, I will cop to it right now. I am not as good of a sax player as I am a clarinet player. I'm just not.
You don't need. I mean, if you're half as good at the sax as you are at the clarinet,
That's true.
We are in for a treat.
Yeah.
All right, time
Should
for
we do
courts.
Courts Court now?
Time for courts court.
Yeah, we got to do that.
All right, we'll do it real quick. All right, is this okay? A couple let their 6-year-old child run a marathon. Guilty?
No. Guilty.
Guilty?
I don't like that. A marathon for a 6-year-old?
No.
That's not right.
No, sorry.
It's not good on your bones.
All right.
My dad had me running, but it was when I was 6, but it was like 2 miles.
Right. That was just to cut weight.
Kirkwood Green Tree run.
It's a great run.
Yeah.
All right. Jury is in. It's guilty. You can't let your 6-year-old run in a marathon. That was basically courts court.
That was courts court. That was courts court lasted 7 minutes less than Brando's explanation of the theme song
it was
for
like
Courts
20
Court.
seconds.
That was behind the music of the Courts Court theme song and jazz talk with Greg Warren.
It's finally Friday. Time for Brando to sing a song.
All right. Last week was so good. I know it was self-serving.
You guys didn't even care what it was about. You were just happy that I used
We liked your music.
Dan Fogelberg
Yes,
song.
we loved that.
That was my way of getting to brag about a fish.
But it was also emotional.
Yeah,
It was a love song. You felt my pain.
I loved it.
Like how much I loved catching that big fish, but then the moment ends. You have to let the fish go.
So what are you doing this week? What is it?
I'm just going to do that song again.
I don't blame you.
Everybody would love that.
Let's just shut it down for the year.
Honestly, I considered, because I look back.
I wouldn't have cared.
Because I didn't want to repeat, because I'm like, I know I've done Christmas songs before, so I just want to make sure I didn't do the same topic. And as I'm going through a couple of the older Christmas
You're like,
songs,
I'll just play an old
I was like, why don't I
Nobody
just
will
do
know.
like a medley of all my songs of the past? So that was my backup plan, unless I had an idea. So, but I came up with something.
All
So, I
right.
don't know, maybe next week I might, because next week's going to be a little difficult to do the show. Maybe on
maybe feature different Finally Friday songs. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
I can just
best of.
redo them or just play the original or something.
Here's the deal with our business. Everything shuts down after today, like any services that we get. So it makes it difficult to do a radio show and fill all that time.
It just it takes a lot longer to prepare.
To put it all together
for the show.
So I think people would love to hear a year-end Finally Friday song thrown in there here and there.
Because some of them are still, and it's some of the older Christmas ones that I did, and there's not that many, but they have like references that we don't. They're not completely dated, but they're jokes that we don't really do as much anymore.
Then we move on to the new
You forget,
joke.
hey, we got new stuff too.
We went big on giant croutons there for a while.
Got a whole song about Christmas croutons.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so this song, it's a Christmas song because it's the last one that we'll have before Christmas, and it is perfectly timed in lieu of some events on the show today. So I think you'll enjoy it. And it's, as far as I know, no one's ever parodied this song from the movie Christmas Vacation. So here we go. It's that time. Phoning in the breaks. Everybody knows Courtney has had all she can take. Days away. You can't make us stay. We're making way for Christmas vacation. Kinda find it tough to concentrate. It is by Amazon. clickbait. That's me. Gonna spend the weekend on a drunken shopping spree. Boozy coffee for Christmas vacation.
Do the neck.
That's great.
Studio looking like a mess. Stacks of empty cookie tins and headphones in distress. Almost done. Then we'll make a run. We'll clean it after Christmas vacation. Putting off the work we need to do. Dreaming about Christmas in the loo. Even cutting corners on the Finally Friday song. Blah, 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 blah. It's Christmas vacation.
That was great. I don't think anybody has parodied that ever.
No, I don't believe so.
It is all true. And yeah, you heard what I said earlier. I told you to go to a website that I don't work at anymore to get tickets for Laughs at the Lincoln. Way to go, Brando.
Thank you.
Great end of the year. Way to wrap it up for the year.
Great. Love the song choice.
That was really good. I love the backing vocals.
Blah, 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 blah. Christmas vacation.
The Courtney Show.
Timmy looks at the number. Timmy looks at the number. Timmy looks at the number.
I'm Timmy, and these are the numbers.
Okay. Good numbers today?
Pretty good.
Feel strong?
I'm trying to decide which thing I want to start with. We'll go with this. BuzzFeed did a big old Never Have I Ever poll on their website. Tens of thousands of people voted. Came up with some interesting things. Just think, never have I ever type stuff. So they asked people if they've ever worn the same underwear multiple days in a row. 40% of people claim they've never worn the same underwear multiple days in a row.
I'm sure I have. Not by choice.
I absolutely have.
Yeah. I mean, it's
not because I'm like, oh, this is a great idea.
Yeah, not a proud
things,
moment.
You're traveling or
Yeah, it's stuff. College too. I don't know.
College, man.
College.
I don't think I have.
Tell him.
I mean, maybe
Really?
as a child.
You don't
at
think you've
wrestling
ever-
camp? Yeah.
Ever worn the same like really? What
don't
about
think so.
what about college?
College? I don't think so, man.
Really?
College.
Hey,
Maybe
talking
college.
about college. Talking about college.
Wait, is Allen Iverson doing the numbers today?
See, he drops in every now and
Wow.
again.
Yeah.
Especially when Chris is here.
I feel like that's Tim Convey's thing, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not, he's the answer. I'm not going to
it's true.
Yeah.
talk about college. That's crazy. All right. People claiming they've never cheated on a test. You cheated on a test?
I don't think I ever. I
Never
don't think
cheated
I
on
ever have.
an important one, no.
I don't think I ever have.
I probably have.
23% people say they never have. Greg over here, clean underwear, not cheating. Something else. How about this
I
one?
know I've cheated on my homework. I had a bit of a problem with that for a while.
You did? In college? Are we talking about college?
This ain't no college. This was high school.
Iverson's back.
I'm talking about college.
That was high school.
Talking about
I would
college.
copy off of somebody. It was very
10%
nice.
of people claim they've never told a secret they weren't supposed to share, that they've kept every...
Yeah, definitely not me.
Sometimes you got
I've done that.
Right?
It's on accident usually. Like blah 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 blah. Oh.
By the way, did you guys hear about Courtney?
Oh, no.
Be careful.
Yeah.
I did hear that though. I mean, jeez.
Wow.
What a bombshell.
Talking about secrets. People say they've never lied about
AI
their
just
age.
keeps coming in.
What percentage of people do you think have never lied about their age? Never.
Never lied about their age?
It's not a big deal to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's a very small percentage of people that actually intentionally lie about their age. I forget how old I am. That doesn't count, right?
That seems insane to me. 43% said they've never lied about their age.
That I would think it should be higher.
Yeah.
How many people in this room have
lied?
lied about their age?
I don't think
I don't
that
think I have.
I don't think I have either. 3 for 3.
Yeah. Those are numbers. Good job. People say they've never Googled themselves. 12% say they never have, which means a lot of people have.
Oh, I have.
Well, some of these things are liar things. So why wouldn't you lie on the survey?
Yeah, I don't believe any of these people,
see
what
what
they're
you're
saying.
saying. Yeah.
I think it's good to Google yourself every now and again to see what's out there,
31% of people say they've never dropped their phone in a toilet?
Oh, I've never dropped in a toilet?
Yeah.
In
You
a
haven't?
toilet.
I feel like I have.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's been a while. Not something I like.
I mean, that's the end of your phone, right?
Talking about toilets. No, you take it out, put it in rice. It depends. Well, is it a clean toilet or?
Is there such a thing as a clean toilet?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna move on.
According to my dog.
The dog's like, this is fine.
Holiday
This is
cards,
spring water.
Christmas cards.
Okay.
Boy, that is something. We'll save that, but I would like to know what percentage of people have their dogs just drink out of the toilet, and that's just their means of hydration.
My dad has no problem with it.
And neither does
It bothers me.
my wife. It bothers me too. Why does it bother us?
I don't know. I don't like
Well,
it.
because dogs lick you and kiss you and, and then they just, you don't know if they've just come back from getting a
Like, we got
drink.
rid of our water bowl.
Oh, that's the only
I would
source?
love for someone
You
to
got
say,
rid of the
hey,
water
this is why
bowl?
you shouldn't do that. Yeah.
Ah, man.
Right, it's gone. I know.
Max has licked me on several
Buddy,
occasions.
right?
man.
It's just something I'm working on. But
Yeah, I don't think that's a good choice.
all right, let's
I know I'm getting you guys for Christmas.
get back on track.
Dog.
Wonderful. Are you guys sending out Christmas cards?
I don't think so this
Picture?
year.
But
We
do you-
didn't.
do you
We didn't do a
typically-
picture. We're not real consistent with the Christmas
Get
cards.
to it when you can.
When we do, they're great. We did one last year and it was really funny. This year, I think it's on the wall behind you, on the right below
Oh
that
yeah,
horse.
best year ever's crossed out, and it says better than last year.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
good.
all bad pictures of the family,
Oh,
like with
yeah.
all the kids like angry, getting their picture taken. It's very fun, but we didn't do anything.
Hey, Alan Iverson, as long as you're back,
Yeah,
what do you think about that plant in the desert?
we talking about cactus. Talking about cactus.
We talking about cactus?
Talking about cactus.
Talking about cactus?
73%
What
of
about,
Americans.
when you're doing work in the garden and you want to put up the wood? It's like a cross, shape, like wood decoration around like a garden area.
I don't know what he's
Talking
going with. Yeah,
about-
I don't know. Trellis doesn't work.
I think it's called lattice.
Oh,
La-
what are we talking about?
Oh, you're talking about the top of peach pies? We talking about lattice?
There you go. Yes.
73%.
What about what about the neighbor on Bewitched?
we talking about Gladys?
No. I think you're talking about
Talking about crap.
What's that bug? It's got it looks like he's like
Oh,
this. He's like
we
praying.
talking about mantis?
Yeah. All right, that's not working for me.
No, none of these work.
Courtney's gonna like this break.
No, she's not, man.
This will
We're
be her
all
favorite
fired.
one.
All of
I'm
us.
gonna save this one just for tomorrow.
That guy that the dreadlocks that sings "Are You Gonna Go My Way"?
I don't know.
You talk about Kravitz.
Oh, I'm Alan Iverson, and those are the numbers.
The Courtney Show.
Wheel of Questions is brought to you by TR Hughes. Want $25,000 off a move-in ready home? Visit trhughes.com.
Back to the analog wheel.
I don't trust that digital.
Yeah, that really was a disaster last week.
I mean, Courtney had fun with it. I have a feeling it'll come back at some point, but
For me,
I brought the big one back.
it's the big one there.
It's just more fun to spin. It's a bit of a long spin.
It's just so big.
It is a big wheel. That's what it is. Jeez Louise. What is going on?
I'm out of here.
That's my wife, Alex. She's here today. Courtney off.
Alex
For the
filling
next
in.
few days, yeah. Being inappropriate straight out of the gate. So, look at that. So, he gave the old wheel a spin. Here's our first question. You guys can answer as best as you possibly can. How appropriate? Which is more likely to happen while Courtney is on vacation? Mama Bear will escape again, or Greg Warren will get in trouble with Courtney again. I think the third option should have been, or Alex will get in trouble
Yeah.
with Courtney again.
I don't think I could get in trouble with Courtney.
Yeah, they're right. I think
think she likes me.
Give it some
time.
long leash.
Greg Warren, on the other hand.
I could give you some tips on how to do it quickly, though.
Yeah.
So will one of the cats try to escape again, or
Greg
Warren say
think-
something that'll
yeah.
get him in trouble on Friday? Because he'll be
Greg.
here on Friday.
Yeah, I say Greg.
Greg, yeah. Definitely Greg.
I agree. I think the correct answer is Greg, because the cats are probably
Locked up.
It's just a mound
Probably
of
just
food.
right, yeah.
And that's it.
And the toilets
And
are.
who cares?
The sheets are up on the
Yeah,
toilet.
who
so the
cares
cats
what
can
happens
drink
to
the
those
toilet.
cats? Probably got the door open. She's trying to get some of the ones that she doesn't like to go away. All right, next spin. Next question. What's the best part of being married to your husband or wife? Oh, this is
Alex, you want to take this one first?
What's the best part of being married to me? Would you like to pass?
I might need to think about
That's
it.
a really long pause there.
No, I enjoy
Would you like me to
that
go?
we make each other laugh. Like last night, we were arguing in Walmart, and I just turned to him and I said, I love you.
It was a good argument, too. Well,
over me wandering around.
I have a list. And so I just start at one end of the store, wherever we are, and then I just work my way up and down the aisles, and then I go out, check off my list.
Talk about high efficiency.
Yeah, and so
No
she's
agitator.
got the
Right.
cart. It's just me going on my own.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pop this out. Let's get done. Every time I would go to get something, I'd come back, and I would go to where I would expect her to be, like the next aisle. She's not there. I'm like, where'd she go? And then I'd go do it again, and she's zigzagging around the store. Well,
I had a specific recipe that I was trying to purchase things for.
Whole
so
other
I
journey.
That's what I was focused on, because if I don't do that, I'm going to forget something.
Yes.
So I had to get that out of the way.
So meanwhile, I'm just
Anyway,
wandering
so
around the store with
we argued
an
about that.
8-pound bag of flour. Like, where are you?
So how did you express that you were
He was
annoyed by that?
arguing with me.
Yeah, would you stop zigzagging around?
Right. And then I don't know what I said, and then we were arguing. And then I just turned to him and I said, I love you so much.
And it really cut the tension.
And your favorite thing about being married?
Ditto. No, I that's what I was going to say.
Probably the zigzagging.
The zigzag. I like it when you really ruin my trip to the grocery store, to the old Walmarts. No, it's just the sense of humor. I think that's what I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
I
think we genuinely enjoy each other's company.
Yes, because that's really all
And
we
we
do.
make each other
It's
laugh.
just the two of us. So how about you?
So,
Tim? You've had
great.
plenty of time.
That's great.
To think out about a great answer.
I was gonna
and
say-
Emma's not even in town, so you can say whatever you want.
Not even in town. I was gonna say sense of humor as well. I've mentioned before she gets real delirious when we go up to bed. Like she'll be falling asleep, then we go up to bed, and she kind of gets this delirious second wind, and she'll sing whatever song she heard that day, and she makes up dances and stuff, and she gets real upset if I'm not paying attention to her dances. And
Yeah.
You're like, go to sleep.
yeah, that's the best thing.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Here's a good one. When is the last time you got in trouble with the law? So, you got a ticket, or you got pulled over, or you got reprimanded at a concert or something. I don't know.
I don't
Notice
want
in
to
the
say.
mail.
The last time you got in trouble with the law? What did you do?
I got a ticket.
Well, yeah, that's what I would have assumed. I thought it was
Yeah.
something else. Did you get
No.
another ticket that I don't know about?
Uh-huh.
When did you get?
You know what she was doing? Zigzagging.
You were zigzagging around the road?
on the highway. Got
When did
pulled
you get
over.
a ticket?
I don't know. It was 2 months ago.
Oh, my God.
And you didn't know?
No.
I'm an adult. I
So-
can take care of this on
Well,
my
I know,
own.
but you got to talk about stuff.
Where were you?
You guys are so busy enjoying each other's company, you're not talking about the real stuff.
right.
Yeah, let's hear it.
She
Where
hides
were
all this.
you?
Where did this
I-
happen?
I
Where were
was,
you?
In between Belleville and Redbud.
Everybody knows not to speed.
Everybody knows
between
not to speed
Belleville,
there.
Belleville and Redbud.
How many speeding tickets have you gotten?
Lifetime?
Yes. Look,
don't
you're
know.
among friends. Tim's
Yeah.
got a
I-
fair share as well.
I don't know. It
boy.
might take some time. I mean,
oh
it's,
my gosh.
How fast were you going this time?
I was probably going about 72,
And she yells at me because I drive.
30?
55 in a 55.
She always yells at me because I drive too slow.
He drives so slow. It makes me insane.
Last time I got it pulled over was on 270 by the Creve Coeur police.
No, it was in Wyoming.
Oh, no, you're right. It was in Wyoming.
Oh.
And he was weaving. He was.
I was.
I was so stressed out
I
about the
was
wallet
waiting.
you left.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't
That was
see.
so
We're in
random.
mountain stuff. And so he's like, you're swerving. I'm like, I'm
And
sure I am.
He thought that he was drunk.
I was like, I'm not drunk. but
He
I'm
have
dumb.
you been drinking? And he shined the light into the back of the car to look at the
It's
kids.
just all kids.
And I'm like,
they're all
oh my
nodding
gosh.
yes.
I'm like, I would be drinking, right? I mean, come on, man. So Wyoming for me. How about you, Tim?
Man, this ticket. This is good stuff. I've been okay for a while. My last actual run-in with law enforcement was as a passenger in Greg Warren's car. We got pulled over and got a ticket. I think we were in Iowa.
So you were a bystander.
Yeah.
It was Greg, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's always something.
It's always
with that guy.
And that is Wheel of Questions. Great job, everybody.
I want to get into this ticket more. We'll do that.
I don't want to know.
Did you pay it? Have you taken care of it already?
Oh, yeah. It's already. Yeah. It's taken care of.
Fix it?
No.
You just paid it.
I just paid it.
Did
I
she
mean,
knows
'cause
she's
I
very
was-
familiar with the
I-
process now, apparently, because she gets so many speeding
I was
tickets.
speeding. I mean, I was breaking the law. I mean, so.
But that's points. I mean, it's going to
Not in Illinois. We don't have a point system in Illinois.
There's just no consequences?
No. There
racking
are.
'em up.
There are. I mean, it's like it stays on your
Probably our
record
insurance
or
goes
whatever,
up.
Your
but
insurance will go up.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably. Well, it's,
Alex.
All right, I'm done. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Alex, thanks for being on the show
That's
today.
a Wheel of Questions brought to you by
Glad to
TR
be here.
Hughes. $125,000 off a move-in ready home. Visit trhughes.com.
The Courtney Show.
It's finally Friday. Time for Brando to sing a song.
Man, how much fun was Kevin Nealon?
He was awesome.
Just
So cool.
great. I hope you didn't see the blueberry on my boob. I got blueberry stain on my boob this morning, or as Brando called it,
The boobberry.
Yes.
He mentioned something about it.
I kept trying to talk him back in the studio, like, hey, man, you don't have to go down the hall.
I know.
Yeah.
I would love to have
do a
had him.
song.
He could have heard you sing. Would that have been uncomfortable, though?
Nah, I'm used to it.
It's just weird. Like, I'm uncomfortable watching people sing to me.
I get more uncomfortable when if we would have a musician in. Like, I did it one time and Steve Ewing was here, and I was like, now I really feel like you're a singer.
Yeah.
I'm just pretending.
All right, so we've got Brando's Finally Friday song.
I appreciate that I don't count as a musician.
Well, lead singer. If I was over here playing keyboards, I'd feel very nervous.
All right, so usually it's just about something that we talked about or some topic. I have a feeling I know what it has to be about today.
You never know.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, so, and normally I spend some time rehearsing and getting ready.
Yeah.
And today...
That didn't happen.
I got no rehearsal because we had such a great time talking to Kevin Nealon. So no practice, and so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, this week, a couple of big topics, that were going through the show. And so I did my best to encapsulate that into one song.
Oh.
And it's sort of a crossover. It's like a kind of a mashup of a couple different things.
Oh, it's like a We Didn't Start the Fire?
Kind of, yes. Of this week.
Okay.
Of this specific week.
All right.
So, but the main theme has to do with the big announcement this week that Chris is going to be going to LA and taking time off. And, he'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
We've mentioned, but
it's called a hiatus.
A hiatus as he goes out west, and he is just sneaking back in now, which is perfect timing.
A forced hiatus.
I don't think forced. So here's your song, and see if you can catch all the other connections to things that happened this week in this one single song. And remember, I have no practice, so fingers crossed. Told us all the time of working in TV, where you made some friends, keeping with the trends in the West and East. Now your plans are made. Pickleball must cease. Doubt you are prepared, but while you're way out there, Catan talk will decrease. The clever, great taste gang had to be surprised. Never ready for when a friend once more of the western skies. Certain you'll have fun Working on the beast. We'll talk to you online when you have the time. But Catan Talk will decrease.
I really love it.
I mean, and it's
so beautiful.
Tribute to Angela Lansbury, a send-off to Chris Convey, all in one.
And it's the song.
Catan Talk.
And it's a Beauty and the Beast theme. That's the show you're going to be doing.
So perfect.
That's really good. Well done.
I have goosebumps.
Thank you very
That's
much.
beautiful. It's also beautiful.
Which Lansbury must have recorded that last week. Obviously.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
That is incredible. That's Brando with your Finally Friday song.
The Courtney Show.
Nikki Glaser is
Hello.
here. Hello.
Hello.
So what do you want to talk about, Nikki? I mean, we talked about is there more Wheel of Fortune info you wanted to say? We talked about the comedian that got a beer thrown on her. Didn't know if you had thoughts on that.
I mean, that was, I thought, I just watched those being like, what would I do? And I really have you were kind of asking Tim if you go in with a plan of what you're going to do with hecklers. There's just no way to plan for it.
Yeah.
I usually am just so annoyed. And let me just say, no one ever heckles. It's an alcohol problem. It's not a heckling problem. No one sober ever heckles. And if they do, they kind of quickly get the gist and shut up. It's always someone who's been overserved or drank before the show and just, that's always what you're dealing with. So I usually just say, you should find a meeting, look into that. Like, this should be a bottom for you. I have like a real moment where I go, this is humiliating for you. Everyone at your table hates you. They all wish you didn't come. Next time they go out, they're not going to invite you. This should be, I hope you wake up tomorrow and you remember this, because this is a bottom for you. And you need this because you need to get your life together. Because this is, I get like real, and everyone's just kind of like, Jesus. But I just need this. I want to like save the person because I'm like, this is not who you want to be. And it is always someone who is either drunk, but then the mixture of a narcissist of like, I want to do that. It's the same person. And I meet these people all the time that are like, I could have been a comedian.
Yeah.
People always tell me I could have been a comedian. I just didn't want to, and I'm just like, no, they didn't. No, and you couldn't. You are too confident.
Do you have like a really memorable experience with a heckler that like stands out to you or anything?
Yeah, I mean, they never feel good. There was one show, and I only remember this because the people that I was on tour with constantly are like, that one time there was a woman in the front row who was raising her hand, which is always a polite way to heckle. I always am like, yeah, what would you
calling on you.
say? I don't like it. And I go, what would you? And she was in a wheelchair, and she had some comment about something I had said about people. Because I had said, when a dog has wheels for legs, you can go, oh my God, it's so cute. What happened to it? But when a person has wheels for legs, you can't be like, what happened to you? That's so cute. And I go, you should be able to do that. I feel like, why do we have to, with people in wheelchairs, we have to act like, oh, I don't see the thing that is very obviously different about you that affects your whole life, but we're just going to act like that's not there.
Yes,
and I feel like it's kind of rude. And, but who am I to say that? And so this woman raised her hand. I go, and then she was like, a couple of minutes ago, you were talking about, and she said, yeah, ask me anytime. And so I asked her, and she was like, I fell off a motorcycle, my boyfriend's motorcycle. And she almost said like, and he's up there. And I was like, oh, like heaven. But she was like, he's getting a beer in the back. And she kept going. Like, I could tell that she was like, she just kept being like, and another thing, hold on. I almost forgot. She was trying to remember what she had to tell me. And I go, just because you're in a wheelchair doesn't mean I'm going to give you like the floor here.
Unlimited time.
You can still be annoying and in a wheelchair. I love you, but we can have both.
We have to move on.
Yeah, and
she got to make her point.
Yeah, she did. But treat them the same.
Yes,
I would say that to anyone who wasn't.
But
I feel like it's weird when you go, no, you can say whatever you want because you're in a I don't know. Yeah, I felt like it was, but that was. There was another time though that I went off on someone so hard, a girl that just triggered me in a way that, she goes, oh, this is good. I said something disgusting on stage I shouldn't have said, and the girl just goes, ew. And she was like,
have you heard it?
Oh, it was very audible. It was after the laughs had died down. She just goes, ew. And I go, oh, you've never done that before? And she goes, and I said the thing again. I go, you've never, it's a thing that we've all done. But she goes, I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say it on stage. And I was like, well, that's a good point.
Fair enough.
I liked her judgment. I was like, you got a good point. I don't know what's wrong with me.
But the thing is, when you go after someone, like if you go after someone, you go, sometimes you're like, that doesn't make you feel any better.
No, I went after one woman one time, and it was the only time in my life I felt myself leave my body. And because I just got so mean so fast because I felt attacked and I said the meanest thing you can say to a woman. And I didn't feel good. But then afterwards, everyone is like, that was amazing. And I was like, I want to find her and tell her more about how I feel about it. I felt terrible. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah, it's
like a road rage incident where you go, that was not a good side of me.
You.
I didn't need to meet that with the same thing that she came at me with. So, yeah.
I'm curious what you said to her.
You can get the worst thing you could call a woman.
I know what it is.
Okay, yeah. Old.
The Courtney Show.
Greg Warren, our special guest in studio on The Courtney Show. And we didn't really have a question of the day today, but people have suggestions for your comedy special that you just taped over the weekend in Lexington, Kentucky. And I saw a few of them, and I thought there's some pretty good suggestions, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, you want to hear some?
Yes. Only because I was trying to get somebody on the phone for something, and they hung up on me.
Oh. Yeah, there are some good ones. We've got a range here, and I'm just going to read them. These are from, people in the Great Taste gang and some new texters. So
Okay.
But there's some good stuff. PB and Greg.
Not bad.
PB and G.
Yeah.
Not bad. Be with you in a jiffy.
Okay.
Let's see. Wholesome as PB and J. Nope, not into that one.
No.
PB and Jam with me.
No.
What?
Okay. Greg Warren, don't call me Skippy.
Not bad. Funny. Yep.
And then I like this one. Greg Warren, damn Skippy.
Works on a couple levels.
Yeah, probably not going to use a swear word in the
It's a clean special.
It's a clean comedy special.
Yeah.
Probably the only thing that's not clean about it is the title.
All right, Brandon, will you go to this phone line? I have a special guest on the line because this person had a very exciting day yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Hello, special guest on the line.
Hi, Courtney.
Oh. Somebody's disguising their voice.
No, that's their normal voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah. Hey, I had a great day yesterday.
It's Guy Phillips.
Oh,
hey, Guy.
Your neighbor.
Guy,
it sounds like you had a clown at your house that you put on. Who is that?
Let Bozo go.
He hung up on me when I tried calling him and said a curse word to me, and I'm like, what is happening?
That doesn't sound like...
Can I tell you why?
Yes.
Let me explain this. When you call me, why doesn't your number come up as... What did you call me on your hotline or whatever you use?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't come up. It goes 31462, and that's it. It said United States. That's where the call was from.
It was?
It's a secret. Yeah. It's a secret phone number.
Yeah.
Well, I hate secrets. And so I answered the phone, and I normally don't answer it unless I recognize the number, but I answered it, and I heard somebody go, "Hi, how you?" So,
that was Chris. He talks like
I
that.
didn't know it was Courtney, and I said something I shouldn't have said, and I hung up.
What, he said a curse word?
Yes.
Wait, because he thought you were a stranger?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
You just felt like the old
the
days,
big
didn't
word.
it?
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Man,
boy,
telemarketers beware.
Yeah, right? All right, well, listen, I got Guy on the phone because, Guy, you need to tell everybody what happened to you yesterday.
I lost $5.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Tell us more.
No, it was a golf bet, but I got a hole in one.
He got his first hole in one.
No way,
First
man.
hole in one.
Did you say the thing before you got the hole
I
in one?
asked him that on Facebook. Did you say your famous
God,
line?
Guys, listen. Anybody that has ever played with me knows that when I'm at a par 3, I always say, hey, it's a beautiful day for my first hole-in-one, or, it would
Something along
be a
those
great
lines.
day to be with these guys watching a hole, something like that, so that people, when it happens, they say, oh, my God, he called it. I can't even believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do it yesterday because I was playing so terribly. But here's the worst part of it. Okay, I've been going through some serious medical issues. I'm kidding.
He doesn't know how much time he has.
Yes.
Oh, you got to go?
No. That was, you said that last time you were in studio with us. You're like, I don't know how much time I have left. You've had some
Nobody knows.
Some body part issues.
All right. So look, I had my knee replaced in January. My leg's never been straight. So I walk. My legs cramp, and it's all terrible crap that happens to older people. So, at any rate, that's not the issue. The issue was I went to the eye doctor a few months ago, and he said, "Oh, you got cataracts." Oh, great. So he said, "We'll do surgery, but we want you to take your contact lenses out for 2 weeks. Don't wear them." So starting Saturday night after I had a gig, I did a little thing. In fact, I believe your dad was how do you say it when two people?
Oh, it's the TC1.
Your
father was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's a big Guy Phillips fan. Whenever he's showing up, my dad's there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Please, continue.
At any rate, I took my contact lenses out, and I'm not wearing them. I can't see anything. So when I hit this shot, I really did say, somebody said, now the flag's on the left. And I'm saying, I can't, forget it. I'm just going for the middle of the green. And I pulled it, and, they're going, oh, get up, come on. There was a creek there, and the one guy said, no, it's over. Honest to God, guys, once I hit the ball, could not see it at all. Couldn't see it all yesterday. And so they're doing kind of a play-by-play. Oh, it just landed over it's rolling through. Oh, my God, And it didn't even occur to me because I couldn't see it. And all of a sudden, I turn around to go back to the cart, and they're running at me. It scared the hell out of me. They're jumping up and down. They're high-fiving, and I still am not sure what happened. And they go, you got a hole-in-one. And I thought they were crapping me, and I said, no, come on. No, and then it turns out I did. So
yes,
that's awesome.
All
Guy.
these years of playing. And,
congratulations.
And Guy, what did you complain about? Because I thought I had a hole-in-one earlier this year at Golf League, and I was also angry if I would have gotten one because of the terrible round.
My score was so terrible. I think I shot a 45 on the back with a 1. It's just not it was one of those days where I just didn't care. I'd be like, I'd hit the ball into the junk, and I'd go, just give me a 6. I don't care. And it was just a bad round, and I knew the day that I was going to get a hole-in-one, I wasn't going to come in with a 71 or a 75 or,
Where that card would look great.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't even want to show it.
Yeah.
No, I can't post it. So the guys gave me 2 other cards, and they say, here, you can fill these out at home. But it was fun, and it's like... I wish I'd seen it, though. That's the real
because of
the.
Oh yeah. No. Do you wear glasses, Guy?
No, I don't. Because all right, I'm going to reveal something. This has always been embarrassing to me. I'm nearsighted and farsighted. I've got monovision, so I'm nearsighted in my left eye, farsighted in my right eye. So if I get glasses, one thing is it's sort of a thick, and the other one is not. And so it looks like I've got one giant eye.
I would like to see you like
I want to see that.
I do too.
And they
call them the Guy Clubs.
And they say that you have a cataract. Is that what they think?
I know. That is the line. The Guy Club. That is great.
So, Guy,
was that Chris?
It was Chris. It was Chris.
Pretty good.
Hey, Guy, so it was what, like 140 yards and you used the driver?
Yeah, exactly, Courtney. I actually used a driver with an additional shotgun shell.
Well, I'm really happy for you. I mean, it's been years. It's unbelievable that you've never had one.
It's it's so funny how many people now. I posted it on Facebook. Of course, that's the only it's the only way you get kudos from a lot of people. But it is funny how many people oh, I'm so jealous. I've never had one, and you realize how many rounds of golf are played every single year, and it's sort of it's the ultimate. Shot. I mean, even though there are harder shots in golf, but everybody wants that ace. And I turned around to the guy I was playing with because he's like a +4. This one guy I played with yesterday. Super, super nice guy, fun guy to play with. But whenever you're playing with a guy that's really a great golfer, so I said to him, how many do you have? And he went 7.
What a jerk! Lied.
Well, I'm catching up to you, buddy.
Well, congratulations. This may be all you needed to start just getting lots of aces.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, Guy Klopp signing off.
See you guys.
Thanks, Guy.
See you guys. Congratulations.
Nick just texted. He said congratulations.
That's awesome.
Tell Nick thanks.
He won $10,000 on his first hole-in-one.
What? Oh, no.
Remember at that golf scramble?
Oh, really?
His first hole-in-one, he won $10,000.
Well, real quickly, when I finished yesterday, I drove home in a $60,000 car.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, bye.
He was just
he's
trying
bragging
to show
about his car.
His car's better than Nick. I don't care if you won $10,000.
It was my car.
Now wait a minute. Was that the? Because was that the Cataract? I always thought you had a Rinkin Continental. First joke I ever heard, Bob Hope, Muni, circa 1985 or something.
Okay.
All right, congratulations to you, Guy, on the hole-in-one and sharing it with everyone. It was just an exciting moment for you, I'm sure.
It was. Thank you, kids. Hope to see you in the studio soon.
All right, bye-bye.
The Courtney Show.
Listen to my strong opinion. Time to bitch.
I mean, I can't get him to leave. I just invited him here to make an announcement, and now he's just hanging around.
I mean, he's semi-permanent on the show until the Blues lose.
Come on, Court.
I'm talking about Guy Phillips.
Oh, where's my car?
I will walk you down. Guy Phillips is here. He helped us introduce and make the announcement that TC2 joining the show if the Blues win. Tim, since it's your first official day, you get to go first for strong opinions.
You guys don't want to hear this, but I'm feeling this quite a bit today. My strong opinion today, morning radio shows should start closer to 7:30. I haven't done this in a while, and waking up this morning a little bit brutal. And now there's a baby and a puppy and just a lot more for me to deal with getting out of the house.
Complicated things since your last time on the air.
The dynamic is different. I'm in a different direction now than I used to go in the morning.
The fog is an issue from what I
that
understand.
throws you off.
Man.
And by the way, this one, it's much tougher. It's a longer trip to get to the highway for me. So in that delirious where you're still kind of waking up, you should get on the highway and you're fine. You'll mail it in. You'll get close enough. It's fine. This is a lot. The stakes are a lot higher.
Where do you live?
I live in Glendale.
Ever heard of it?
Glendale. It sounds bucolic.
I did see a text from somebody going, yeah, great. 2 combies on the show now. Let's see which one is going to be late first. Tim always has Chris always has a grand explanation of his lateness.
What have Tim's excuse has been? Because I don't think I have a full understanding.
Overslept. Sorry, overslept.
Yeah, see, you got to bring a story.
There's been different factors. The fog.
The fog was good. You got a whole song out of that.
Yes. It's usually the fog.
Has
which
Guy
is
Phillips ever been late for
one time? And I was out on vacation.
Oh my! I got it.
Kevin thought he had passed.
No, it was Marty. Your boss thought I had passed, and it was a Thursday night,
Kim was out of town.
My wife was out of town, and the neighbor kid was making noises with this motor thing at like 11 o'clock
It's
at
called
night.
a car, guy. It's
You used to call it, like, I think, an iron horse.
This
It's got
was a
one of
different
those
motor
motorized
thing.
buggies out there, you
Yeah.
know, the horseless
All
carriages.
right, let him tell the story.
The kid was mining for ore. So my neighbor and I went over there, and the cops showed up, and turns out the kid was selling car parts out of his house. And, well, I get home, and I go to bed, and it's like midnight, and it's a Friday morning. Courtney's gone. Kevin, the intern, is the only one working, and I should have saved my messages. Kevin's like around 4 o'clock. Hey, where are you? 4:15. Hey, listen, are you coming in or 4:30? What's happening? Well, and the messages got more and more
till
panicky.
8 a.m.
Oh my God. So I did not even wake up. And the next thing I heard was, Mr. Phillips, it's the Frontenac police.
Oh, man.
And, I throw some shorts on and I go out there.
I think you just had your underpants on.
That's what I meant, shorts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Men call them shorts.
No, they don't.
I threw on some manties and went out, and the cops were laughing, and Marty was there. And Marty just comes over, and I said, is it Friday? and he comes over, and he just hugs me.
Yeah.
He says nothing. He just hugs me, and the cops are laughing, and I'm going, what happened? And it has never happened to me before. He thought I was dead because there was an employee that he worked with, female, many years ago that didn't show up for work, and he went over and she was deceased.
Oh, my God.
wow.
So, he looked in my garage, my car's there. He said, oh, God, this is terrible. So he calls the cops, and they come over, and I don't know how they even got in the house, but that was wonderful.
Chris and I would have to miss work for 6 weeks straight for Marty to drive to our home.
Right.
That's pretty good.
You'd get back
You'd be
and
like,
there'd be...
it's only Thursday. I'm sure they'll show up.
You'd show up, there'd be a party. Like, oh.
I got to tell you, though, I sure missed that kind of hug.
You haven't had an embrace that thoughtful since.
But I made it to work because we had a 9 o'clock interview.
It's very funny.
Oh, you made it
I went in
just your shorts?
in just my shorts.
All right, my strong opinion, I'm just going to do it real quick, and we've discussed this in the studio. I have lots of different things I could bring up, but I'm bringing up this one. When do we start calling the Diamondbacks the D-backs? I don't like it. I think it sounds dumb. They're going in on it. Like during the stand that we had here, it just
sounds like something
bad.
else.
It sounds bad.
I think they're copying us because we always call the Cardinals the Senals, and it's like they just want to be like us.
The Senals.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So why don't you call the Cincinnati Reds the Redlegs? That's their
I mean,
name.
you can.
I know, but I'm just
But
saying.
it doesn't rhyme with
that one
anything else.
sounds-
That one sounds like something else, and it's not.
And the franchise has bought in. I think they even have some jerseys.
I don't
I
like
think you're
this.
right.
Yeah.
I don't
think
Maybe I'm
that's
thinking
what
of
they want
Devil
to be.
Rays.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And then there's a child on one of the commercials saying it, and it sounds wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just doesn't. That's my strong opinion. It's not my hardest hitting. I'll save that for when I have more time.
Yeah.
I have an opinion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not going to mention the name of the fast food joint
Yeah.
because I don't think it's fair.
True.
Anyway.
No, you can't. Come
I
on,
didn't. All right.
man.
When I order something and I say no pickle, how difficult is that? Now, I understand it's busy, whatever, and it's hard to find employees. But when I get home, do I have to check my food while people are waiting? Because that's what it's come to these days. I get home, pickle on there, no extra onion. So I call and they say, come back in, order, and we'll give you a refund and a free meal. Very fair.
Right, but how does anybody have an accounting of this?
No, they just give me, just tell them Lynette, or Rebecca.
It doesn't even matter.
So I went in, like they'd know where the Lynette worked. So I go
Lynette,
in.
they're talking about you. Again.
The pickle thing? So you go back in.
I go
I
in
love
the next
pickles.
day. The next day, I order the same thing: 2 cheeseburgers, no pickle, extra onions. And the reason I do that,
So they make it fresh.
They make it fresh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I pull up, I get my bag, and the guy is standing there. He goes, no pickle, extra onions. Yes. He hands me the bag, right?
Perfect.
I drive off. Oh, and they refunded my money. I was very happy about that. I get home, pickle. Pickle. How difficult is it? At what point? So that's my strong opinion.
You and Mark Close have the same
Similar?
strong. His is called Law and Order, but same complaint about it's always about a fast food drive.
And by the way, how hard is it to say thank you when you pay somebody?
It's not.
Do it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It bugs me if I say thank you and I hear nothing back. Like just silence.
Right.
I'm like, all right, come on.
I know, exactly. And my wife says, oh, come on, they're not, they're getting minimum wage or whatever. What difference does that make?
Let's just be nice people.
Minimum wage? Where did it say? If
Brandon.
you're making minimum wage, you cannot say thank you.
Where do you want to go?
I've got I'll try to go quick.
Okay.
It's a small
good.
one. So
No pickle.
my question, so if you're going on YouTube or something and you're looking up the highlights from a game, would you say that you probably have seen that game or you have not seen that game?
You haven't.
Not.
So, yeah, right.
Yeah.
If I'm going to look up the highlights from
You
a game.
haven't seen the game.
Yes.
I haven't seen the game. These baseball, hockey, all of them, they put the score on the the little holding screen.
Right.
And so every time, because I
You
like
lose
to.
all the drama of it.
Exactly. And so I look like an idiot. I'm trying to hit start the video on my phone without looking at it so I don't see the score. And I'm smacking on
So
the
that's
side
what
of my.
comes up first.
Yeah, you see it. It's right on there in the score. So my strong opinion is stop putting the score on the highlights. No one who saw the game, who knows the result, is going to look at the highlights. We are going because we don't know what happened.
Yes.
That's my strong.
Okay.
Fully agree.
And by the way, when you go online and you look something up, anything, why does it come up with the first thing is from 2011 or, you know what I mean?
Give me an example.
Okay, I want to look up.
And
I don't know.
take your time.
When did Chris, I'm sorry I don't get a chance to work with you because payback is all right.
Let's say you're looking for your car.
Yeah, if I'm, I type in "where's my car," it comes up in 2011. You parked at a Kroger. I don't know. Forget it.
All right, Chris.
Click on news. If you click on news, it'll give you the most recent thing for
all right.
whatever
All right,
that
Chris,
is.
go ahead.
What?
Mine is really simple and really fast. Is I know that maybe in your youth you might have had a band, but when you have a wedding reception, nobody wants to see your band play. Leave that stuff in your youth. It's just nobody wants it. That's
Look how great I am.
Oh, look at me. I can sing. I still got it. My friends are old, but and
Check
they're
out
dads,
my kicks.
But they're cool now. Well, my wife will love this. Well, nobody else is going to love it.
Yeah, you're the only one.
You're the only one.
Playing tonight, pickle.
Those are our strong opinions and some other avenues of
And just
discussion.
opinions.
The Courtney Show.
I'm in a mood. Everyone in here knows the mood I'm in. It's been one thing after another.
What has possibly gone wrong this morning?
You know what went
I
wrong.
know exactly. I encountered it first.
Okay, so I'll just start
What a
with
surprise for me.
Yeah. First day back from 1 day off of vacation.
Yeah, how dare I?
And Brando tries to get into our office. The key won't work.
Nope.
Did you immediately check your email to see if that was still working?
No.
That's usually what they unplug first, I believe.
My first thought was, because I've been here forever, and I've been in so many different offices. I moved around. I thought, did I just walk up to the wrong door, to my old door?
Spaced out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
When
I'm
your
looking.
first day of fifth grade and you walk to fourth grade
Exactly.
instead.
Oh, my God, it's the worst.
Exactly what I was thinking. And I'm looking around, I'm like, no, this is the right office. And then I'm going through all my keys, is this? And I'm trying other keys. I'm like, no, this is the right key. And then we've got a spare key. So I found that one. That one didn't work either. I was like, oh, man, I don't know what's going on. So I came in here.
Yes. And then I walked down the hall with a bunch of stuff. I have all kinds of stuff.
I did give you a warning.
You did, but when I saw
texted you.
when I saw the door was locked still, because I saw your car in the parking lot, I'm like, what is going on? I cussed a bunch in the hall, too, when my key wouldn't work. Because I was loaded down with stuff.
So much stuff. And injured. Freshly injured.
I hit something in the garage and speared my...
Scrape.
And here's the thing.
I'd have gone home.
This old skin, go home. I was home. Oh, you mean after I couldn't get into the office?
Oh, I thought you meant here.
This was at home. This old skin, she don't heal like she used to.
Yeah, doesn't.
This old skin.
I'm gonna have to put some cocoa butter on it or something. But this is gonna leave a scar now.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing.
You're scarred walking out.
I was so...
You pull into the parking lot.
Yes.
Dead snake still there.
Is like...
Is it really?
Oh, and it's... And I almost have to step on it to get by.
Yeah. How can they not... That's unbelievable that they wouldn't get rid of that.
My prediction was 2 weeks. Said it'll be there for 2 weeks.
He did predict. He said that last week. The first day we saw the snake. I mean, how long was that Werther's wrapper in the stairwell?
I think like 25 days.
Yes.
We should throw that snake in the stairwell and see how long it stays.
It'll be gone immediately. Nobody's going to deal with that. But yeah, so I have like all of my stuff is in the office. So like all my prep, all my advertising stuff for my commercials.
Oh boy, those are going to be good today.
Oh yeah.
I think that advertising stuff is in your heart.
It is, but you like to have it there.
Yeah.
It helps.
Those Patricia's coffee points.
Yeah, right. Where it just says Patricia's.
Location.
And I don't know who. Oh, I finally got a text back from our boss just now. He's like, I'm certain the lock was not changed. We don't think it was either.
I think it's broken because there's been something wonky with that door handle. I think it's just finally gave up the ghost.
Yeah. But I was so happy coming in today. Before I left my house and got into the garage. I got so much done yesterday. I brought stuff in. Like, I got new coffee, new cream. I brought some stuff in for second breakfast or food court, one of the two for you guys to try. I found Mark Close some of his cheddar pretzels.
No kidding.
Nice.
Make his day.
The original formula. I was so happy. I was like, I got everything. And then all this stuff happens. Yeah. I got so much done. You know when you want those days.
Paperwork. None of your coffee that you got, you can't make any of your coffee.
Can't make any of my coffee.
Yesterday was like that for me too. It's just like a productive day brings you so much joy.
Potted a plant.
You potted a plant?
I potted a plant.
I bought some plants. I bought like $200 worth of plants and stuff for my yard yesterday.
I had bought a plant. She was looking bad. It was time to be pot. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, I've watered this plenty. She needs some good soil. Yes. I watered everything. And I paid respects to a very wonderful woman. So I went to a wake last night too. And I got to see a bunch of my mom and dad's friends that I haven't seen in a while. And it was just a real fun room of stories.
Yeah.
And those are great.
Yeah.
Were there some people that were like highlights for you that were just stood out?
Well, I love Larry Keeley, and I haven't seen him in a while, so it was great. Tom and Linda Fields are two of my favorites. My best friend from high school, Kristen, her mom, Karen Rowan, is one of the funniest people ever.
Was Cocky there talking about his doc?
Cocky is no longer with us.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. But here's what I realized. Nick and I, because we had a lot of time to talk. It was a slow line. Funeral homes. When you get a little older, you have your preference of funeral homes. Like the funeral home we were at, I like that funeral home. But it's not my favorite. It's my number 2.
Right.
But there's one that I dislike highly.
What do you look for in a funeral home?
It's just how it's
just the vibe, man.
It's how it's the space in there. There's one that's real crammed and uncomfortable.
You know, it's whoever has the best hair care products.
That is another thing we noticed. There's they had a basket of combs sitting on the counter.
And is that common? Is it something you've seen before?
I've never seen it before.
Alex said she has seen it.
What
She's
is
like,
that?
Oh, I've seen that before at funeral homes.
What? Yeah, okay.
There's like an old Irish tradition of brushing the hair of the dead.
You're making that up.
And it's good luck.
Song.
It's good luck. Yeah.
What was the song? How does it go?
The song's like, oh, down by the Donnybrook we went and combed the hair of the fairest maiden in town that week.
Who was no longer there.
Who was no longer there. May the wind always be at your back, and may the road rise to meet you in the morning. Top of the Irish to you.
Exactly how I remember it.
It's a pretty good. I think that was made up, but it felt real. So there's Combs sitting there. They had a bunch of pictures, of Donna and her family, and they were great pictures. Funny lady. But there was this newspaper clipping that was, it had to be from, I'm trying to think, maybe the early 50s. And it was just where she was going for the summer. She's going to leave college, and she's going to go visit Mexico and something. And then she comes back in August where she'll be a bridesmaid in this wedding. And
they put that in the paper?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a clipping in our parents' basement of our grandmother just had a party when she was like 16, and they were like, there was this party, and they said who was there, and they said that they had like horses and stuff. They just put it in the paper.
It's just bizarre to me.
Not as much going on back then.
Our grandmother was sort of like the Kardashian of St. Louis in the 1930s.
She was a Courtney just before you guys get to Kourtney Kardashian, before you get to...
Oh, she was a Courtney?
Yeah, I just want you guys to know.
But are you still going to claim Courtney even with, now that she's Kravis?
I can't change the past. I can't change.
Okay, so what about you guys? Give me some good news. You got a lot done yesterday. It feels good.
So productive. That's another sign of like being a dumb adult is happiness comes from being productive and getting stuff like off of your to-do list. But I did have something that I did yesterday that I wanted to talk about, but I can't think of it right now. So.
All right, well, we got plenty of time because I've got no...
Literally no show today.
Oh, you know what? I have a story we should do later. I went to the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and had like such a wild St. Louis moment.
Okay, all right.
I should tell that story later.
So I'll write that down.
Write that one down.
Okay. Brando, do you have anything that you would like to discuss?
Had like my delayed Father's Day yesterday, I guess. Because, Sunday we had baseball and then a lot of driving and everything. And so we went to my mom and dad's like for dinner, which was fun. But it was like after I'd driven, so I was exhausted. But yesterday I made Amelia and Augie help me wash my car. And then I made Aaron wash Alex's car. And his girlfriend was over, so the two of them washed. So it was a big car wash day. So my car is... spotless and mowed the grass and did all the dad stuff yesterday. So there's that feeling of fulfillment, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
End of the day yesterday felt fantastic. And now is the day of soreness.
And the next day, he shall be sore.
Yes.
Tim, how's the baby?
He's great. We took him yesterday to his 4-month appointment to the doctor.
Give me the percentages.
Percentages are solid, especially he's tall. He's really tall. He's
in the
90, 80 something in height, and then he's got a huge head like his dad. So he's like 95 or something in that.
Who's his dad?
But you go in for this 4-month thing, and they make you fill out a thing, all the things that they're kind of supposed to be doing somewhere around there for 4 months, and we're checking them all. It's like, is he smiling? Yes. Is he engaging with you? Yes. Is he making noises? Yes. All this stuff. And then the one we've been working on it, but he hasn't done, is sort of pushed his head up again because his head is so heavy. We think he's hasn't really done it yet. So when we get to, that's the one thing that we can't check. And the doctor's like grabbing him. He's like, oh, he looks so good. Let's try. And he flips him over to his tummy. And for the first time ever, he pops that head right up.
Oh, really?
Yes. So also like his dad, when he's got an audience, he can take things to another level.
How's his weight?
His weight is good. If you see him, he's chunky. So yeah,
he just finished hard 75. So he's got abs. He's got it all.
He's looking good.
I just remembered what I did yesterday that I wanted to tell you about.
Okay.
I started Fringe.
You did?
Yes.
Oh. I watched another episode last night.
So are you on episode 2, 3, 4?
I think I'm like on 5.
Okay, I'm halfway through the first episode, and man, I'm already totally hooked.
Do you not love Walter Bishop is going to be your favorite character?
I don't know who that is, but I know that when they introduced Joshua Jackson, it was like the funniest, most like TV sitcom thing I've ever seen in my life. They like rattled off a bunch of his stats. They're like, he has 150 IQ and he never graduated high school. That's 50 points above genius.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like he tricked somebody into believing he was a doctor for 4 years and he was a teacher at this school. And it's like, and he's never had a real job. And then like he turns around from doing something and pulls off his glasses and is, like in the next scene, and he's like negotiating with somebody in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's like something.
And he can speak the same language. Like, just so you know, I know Mandarin.
I speak Farsi.
Whatever it was.
So, I mean, I am all in on this
you're
whole
going to
thing.
like it. And every season gets better. I think they figure out what they want to do as it goes.
Right.
And then they really do a great job with that.
What's the story? Is it an X-Files thing, or is there an arc for the whole season?
It's there'll be episodes. There's a theme that runs through.
Okay,
and
so
you
there's
find out more and more. But every episode has some kind of X-Files-ish.
So there's like a zombie situation right now. Is that zombie thing going to be the whole season?
It's all different science things.
I buckle up, buddy.
Yeah, it's all out there on the fringe.
It is. All right, well, you just have to stick with us today. I think it could be a delight.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Possibly.
Great start.
Courtney's a hot tamale today.
I am
We've
hot.
had some Irish music already.
Oh, man.
Why not?
I think we might put that into rotation at some point this morning.
Down by
the
Donnybrook.
All right. If you want to text us about anything, we'd love to hear from you today. You can send us stories you would like us to cover, maybe. 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Time to play. Time to play Survey Says. We're gonna play. Survey Says.
Well, look who's back in the studio. It's Emily. And she's the host for Survey Says, and it's brought to you by Madison County Fireman's Bingo Hall in Collinsville, Illinois. Chance for you to win $25,000 in their Crazy 8 raffle. What have you been doing? You were in Mexico, right?
Last week I was in Mexico.
You got some color.
I get a little bit, yeah. I mean, I'll go straight from red to back to white in a couple of days.
So this was a trip you planned late at night.
Yes.
Spur of the moment.
Very
you were
spur
fed
of the
up,
moment.
and you're like, I got to get out of town.
I got to get out of the country.
And it was just a few weeks ago, right?
It was. It was a spur of the moment thing. We were
Had you been drinking?
A little bit. Not a lot, though. I did wake up in the morning and go, what did I just do? However, and the whole family couldn't make it. So this is our first time taking just one kid. So because I have two that are older, and then I have one that's still at home.
She probably likes hanging with the older ones because,
you know.
I think you like the young one.
Fun,
which
though.
one? Wait, which one went then?
Luke.
The little guy.
Well, yeah.
Little. In quotes.
In high school.
The little guy, the high schooler.
That was
He'll
probably
be a
fun.
junior this year.
So you had a great time.
It was a lot of fun. We had a great time, lots of bonding. The older two had all kinds of snide things to say about, the baby and how he gets more. Whatever.
Babies
we had
should
a
get
great
more.
time. He loved the fact that you can just go up and get a cheeseburger at any time of the day that you want. I'm like, if you're hungry,
and
go
room
eat.
service.
Room service, all of it, all the things. So it was a wonderful trip. Booked, yes, late at night, last minute. Woke up and was like, I hope I put our passport information in correctly. And I did. So all worked out well.
Well, it's good to have you back.
Thanks.
You're rested and ready for some Survey Says. So
Ready
go ahead
for
and-
some Survey Says.
Go ahead and hit us with the first one.
All right, first one. Who on the show is most likely to send their food back at a restaurant?
Oh, man. No one in here, I think, is doing that regularly.
I would.
I think Courtney would.
I
I think
would.
you have.
Yeah?
I would if it was terrible, if I was hangry.
Yeah.
It would take so much for me to do that. And I'm not proud of that. It's not because I'm a nice guy.
I wouldn't consistently do it, but if it is off in every way.
I don't think I've ever done it. I think my mom has tried to make me do it. Like,
Oh,
you need
yeah,
to
your
send that
mom's-
back.
Yes.
You need to send that
Your
back.
mom's a returner, though.
Yes.
She's a big returner. I'm not a returner with clothing.
It's true.
But if I'm
But
at a
a meal.
restaurant and it's off and it's inedible,
You're letting them know.
Right.
I think they're going to say me.
you do?
Yeah.
I think
they'll say
I think I'm winning this.
Yep.
It's Chris.
Yay.
Why did you think they would say you?
I don't think they have any respect for me. I think probably because, like, I don't know, maybe something to do with, like, Rob Onder. Like, I don't mind
Making
calling
enemies
people
places.
out. Yeah.
Right.
Something,
Right.
something
Name
in
names.
that range.
So that did come up a couple of times. You're not afraid to call anybody out.
Yeah.
And you demand excellence, which we all know that.
That's why I'm on the Courtney Show.
I mean, that's why you're on the Courtney Show. And it's an LA thing to do.
No, don't hang that on.
Oh, he's an LA guy.
We don't do that in the Midwest.
I'm from the streets
Who
of
got
Kirkwood.
second?
You got second, Courtney. No, you didn't get second.
Oh.
Tim got second.
Oh,
You got second.
never.
Fancy pants.
Two
over here.
LA guys
High
right
maintenance convies.
there.
They
LA
are.
fellas.
Nonsense.
No, Courtney, they thought you would just roll with it. I
Oh,
don't know.
God. She even admits it.
I do.
I know.
Courtney's so cool. She doesn't care
Okay,
about anything.
I will tell you this. One time,
She's just people love her. She loves people.
she's chill.
Yeah, she's so chill. Like she would just have another
She would
Mick
never do
Ultra.
that.
That would be fine.
Liquid dinner.
She's got to get to the golf course. She doesn't have time to be sending stuff back.
Nick would tell you a couple stories about my. I think I've only sent back something one time that I can recall, but I'll complain.
What would Nick do?
He would never send it back.
He wouldn't.
No.
Because for fear of what would be on the new
Yeah.
food.
Yeah. Plus,
You gotta
there's
worry
his,
about
his
that.
rep.
I
Could
don't think
affect his rep.
the rep. I don't think he cares about. He doesn't want something happening
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
he wouldn't send it
Right.
back. Would he throw a plate across the room? 100%.
100%.
No question.
Speaking of fear of repercussions, I have a quick story, but I'm trying to get out fast. So I was in Chicago on a layover. We waited in a very long line, got to the front of the line, and the woman at the front of the line, the woman who was working there was like, "There's no more cheese. We don't have cheese for anything. So whatever you want, there's no cheese." And it was breakfast situation, and she yelled it to all of us that were waiting in line, and there was a bunch of people waiting in line. And she was like, "Okay, you're up next. What do you want?" And looks at me, and I go, "Can I get a cheese sandwich?" And she was so mad at me. She was so angry and like humiliated. And she was like, "You don't want to mess with." She was the most Chicago person I'd ever heard. She was like, "You don't want to mess with the people that are making your food." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "Okay, now what can I get for you?" And we were all like, We'll find some other place. We left because, like, just the insinuation
says that
she's acknowledging that she could
stuff
do
happens.
something weird
Yeah.
was
that's
horrifying.
A thing.
That's
yeah,
Chicago.
No, I'd leave.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
All right, next one. Who is most likely to throw someone in the pool?
Oh, it's a convy. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I mean, they're very hijinksy.
Yeah.
Mischief.
Yes.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah.
I think Chris. I'll
You
say
should
Chris.
have asked like fully clothed. Like that would have been like that's
Yeah.
not nice.
Yeah, because if it was fully naked,
not
it would
nice
be
throw.
Brando at a swingers party.
Right. Yeah. Man, I want to get naked right now.
All right, who got it?
It wasn't a convy. It was Brando.
Really?
It was totally Brando. And it did go back to the kids. You're probably throwing them in
Oh,
the
I'm
pool
throwing
all day.
children
No,
in.
that doesn't.
And you have big
that question
hands.
should not be read like that.
Yeah.
well,
Agreed.
I agree.
It shouldn't.
I'm not pushing
Yeah.
random people in.
This is 290 responses.
Well,
Say
the
Brando.
people have spoken.
It's not you, Brandon.
I don't believe it is.
He never pushed
What does that
anybody in
mean?
the pool in his life.
I'll do it right now. I'll
Chris,
change
take
my
it a close
ways.
Second.
Hey, did Courtney just send that question back to the
I
kitchen?
think she did. She ridiculed the Great Taste
when
Game.
you read that question, you're thinking like somebody that does not want to go in the pool, not your kids.
Right. You're
Great
like,
Taste Gang. If you could please go back in and change your answers
Yeah,
on
change
that,
your
that would
answers
be
on that
great.
one.
Not you, Brandon.
You're all in trouble. Now you know what court's like.
All right, next up, who on the show is most likely to come back from vacation with an injury?
It's me.
I felt like this was an easy one.
It is. It's
I mean,
me.
I think they'll say you.
It's a
Courtney,
drinking injury.
But I
and-
think it would be Chris because you get injured. I feel like you've gotten injured a fair amount, probably more than anybody else on the show in the time we've been on the air together.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm doing
You're doing
some
stuff.
active stuff, like
Yeah.
I'm climbing things.
and I'm
jumped in a
I'm
gorge.
just sitting there.
Yeah, I was jumping.
Yeah, I think they'll say Courtney, but I think they should say Chris.
When I jumped in the gorge, I had my hands out like this to brace the fall. And I have two weird bruises right here and here. From
smacking the water.
Oh.
All right, it was me, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
totally you.
I'm sorry.
Mick Ultra, spending the night, drank,
the night.
Mick Ultra, fell
You
off a
talk about
cruise ship.
falling
Fell
a
off
lot.
a cruise ship.
Oh, the cruise ship? I was not injured because I never made
Never
it on
made
the
it on
cruise.
to the
Had she made it to the cruise,
You would have gotten drunk and fallen off
she
of
would have
it.
fallen off.
And you know what
Overboard
happened on
style.
that cruise ship that she missed?
Yeah.
Everybody had a great time.
All right, that's an easy one. All right,
All
what's
right,
the next one?
one. Who on the show is most likely to yawn at their own wedding?
Did that happen?
Did this happen?
Did that happen at Tim's? Is that what you're?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I
just think it's
I
funny.
mean, it is exhausting.
Well, I was really, really hungover at mine, so it should be me because I'm sure I was.
I'm going to say
sleepy.
me because I had that yawning incident.
Oh, yeah.
Of 91, 92.
Yeah, when you were interviewing for a job.
Uh-huh. I couldn't stop yawning in this job interview.
Oh, yeah.
It was a weird oxygen thing.
Was it a radio job interview?
Yes.
So it basically broke your career. I mean, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, every time he
he
looked down at my resume that had 2 sentences on it, I would get my yawn out.
Sneak in a yawn.
So my eyes were just watering the whole time.
I don't know. I'll say me.
That's a toss-up.
It was totally you, and it was you by a landslide, and it was because of that. Like you yawned your way through a job interview, and look at you now.
That's
good.
Look
You
at
have
me
a
now.
show, you have
Drinking
bumper
Mick Ultra,
stickers,
not sending stuff back.
spending the night places. Yeah, it's all worked out well. Okay, there's actually one more. Okay, who on the show is most likely to attend a Justin Bieber concert?
Oh, I mean, it's a Brando Kids thing, right?
Yeah, they probably will say me because of having to take the kids.
But
Although
who
Bieber's too old
but
now.
who would go to a Justin Bieber concert not for
without
any other reason but to because they were looking to enjoy their night?
I think Chris would go.
I think Tim would go.
I would go. I like just seeing live. I just wouldn't you be curious to see what the scene is like at a Justin Bieber concert?
I have been to a Justin Bieber concert.
One of the
You
biggest
don't want
stars.
that scene.
Oh, really?
No, it was
But was the
yelling,
production
loud
not
screaming.
amazing?
It was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen Katy Perry and Gaga and all that stuff.
Chris, any interest in Biebs?
Yeah, I mean, I see what Tim's saying, and maybe, but it would, if it was even a little bit hard, I'm sure I wouldn't go.
Yeah, like a tiny bit difficult.
Yeah,
like
you'd be
you,
like-
you went, pulled up, saw there was no parking, and you went home.
I'm out.
Tim's a great appreciator of music and live
Well, they
performance.
should say Tim then.
But it could be Courtney because he's taking the nieces. That one's an obvious one.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the record, I'm also an enormous Justin Bieber fan. So I do
there's
have a
that.
tattoo and the whole. Yeah.
Now we know.
I'm going to say Courtney.
I'm going to say Tim or Chris.
Brando, who do you say?
I think that they'll say me, but they should say Tim.
Well, Tim came in second, and Chris wins.
Yeah, you got all
round.
kinds of weird shows.
I'm a believer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they said. He is a believer.
I'm a believer.
So, so that is Survey Says
Nice
for
job.
today.
Yep.
We just played Survey Says. We had fun playing Survey Says.
Speaking of great shirts, it's July 26th. We're 1 month away from Ludo Night at Busch Stadium. Cardinals.com/Ludo. You get a really cool shirt with pterodactyls on it. What?
Nothing.
Man!
You two just have been eyeing each other all morning.
Wait, why did you give
I
me
think this
that
is the
look?
most brother show we've ever had.
That's true.
I wish we had cameras in here.
It's bro v bro.
I do too.
They coming.
Ludo Night's coming up
Yeah.
at the ballpark.
Yeah. Cardinals.com/Ludo. Cardinal shirt with the pterodactyls on it. It's awesome.
It's a good shirt.
And I had this thought the other day because we've got the baseball thing coming up, and then we're doing the Halloween shows at the pageant. What is so funny?
Did you have the same thought I did when he started doing that?
Because of what he said before.
What he said
Yeah,
before.
I'm plugging.
He goes, I have a Ludo story.
And
I
see,
know
no,
you
you're
think-
stealing. Now it isn't going to work. And
Here's the
so
story.
Doesn't matter.
Well, he's the one that brought it
No,
up.
because now you're going to punch me when I try
I'm
to tell
not-
the story.
I'm not.
I'm not telling the story. This
Nobody's
just turned into
punching.
a
All right, if
plug.
you guys want Tim to tell the story, donate.
Go buy four tickets
Courtney
to
shirts.
Ludo Night.
Well, no, I was going to say use our new app.
Oh,
Where if you want to hear the end of
Secrets.
a story or a secret.
yeah, cash for stories. No, that doesn't.
Me and JoJo are on there.
I want to hear it.
No, it's okay. It's not going to work now. It's not going to work. I mean, of course I'm going to roll into it with a plug. Of course I'm going to roll into it by mentioning Cardinals.com/Ludo, where you don't have to buy tickets, but you might as well at least look at this really cool t-shirt.
And you guys are going to be performing there as well.
That is true.
That's cool.
Yeah, before the show. It's a Friday night game against the Braves.
You throwing out the first pitch or the last pitch?
First pitch.
Let's call back.
Yeah.
Are you doing the first pitch?
No, I have a torn rotator cuff. I can't do it.
Who's doing it out of the group?
I don't know yet, but I have a feeling I know who's doing it.
Andrew?
I would imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just flip it.
Man, I don't want to. That would be embarrassing.
Can't you practice?
So it might be the only chance.
Someday I would love to do the first pitch there, and I hope that I'll have that opportunity. But I want to be 100% when I do, and I want to just throw a fastball in there. And
So you're not going to do it because of your rotator cuff?
Well, only one of us can do it anyway. And Andrew and I are the biggest Cardinals fans, and his rotator cuff is.
He's got a great rotator cuff.
In really good shape right now.
Well, plus he's been in the band the entire time, and you stepped away for a little while.
See that? That's not. He knows right where to hit me when I'm already down because of my brother rolling his eyes at me when I'm trying to talk.
All right, we got
this is fun.
I still want to hear the story.
I do too, but I'm not going to beg for it.
You're going to pay him.
Would you tell the story?
I just had a cool moment. That's all. So we've got the Halloween shows at the pageant, October 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Right.
And getting older is not cool, right? Like it's not fun, and it's
I love
all
it.
kinds of things. Do you actually?
I love what it's.
Well, there's a lot of bad things with it, but I just there are a few things that are really cool, and one of them is a thing I got to experience that you don't get to do unless you're of a certain age, which is the opening bands for our nights at the pageant are all bands that we used to tour with back in like 2003, 2004. So I got to call these people who, like us, like this was their life and got to do this full time for so many years. And we all ended at different parts and everybody does different things. But each night we're having a different band that we used to tour with back in the day open for us. And it's just been the coolest thing to call these guys who all
they moved on and have new jobs.
Everybody's got kids and families, and some of them have terrible jobs.
Who are we talking about here? Like
Because
fragile porcelain mice or something?
No, not
anything but Joey.
Annihilate.
Yeah, I can't. We can't say all of them because we haven't announced it yet. But it's just the coolest thing to call other guys at my age and be like, "Hey, would you want to do?" And they're all just immediately like, "Yes."
Because it's
anything to get me out of this hell that is my normal life.
Yeah, we're so lucky to get to do it again and reconnect. We never thought that we'd be able to, and we're very fortunate that we get to do it at a certain level now. And so these guys get to then call their bandmates that they spent the best years of their lives with and say, Ludo called and we're going to go do this show. And it's the coolest thing. And it's got me real excited.
I would think the best years of your life would be now that you're a father, but
best years of I was talking about those guys, not mine.
He was also going to say professional life because these are not the best days of his professional life.
I got to do some cool stuff.
Soft landing.
I hate to end this on a negative note, but Greg Warren just texted in. Do you want me to read it or not?
No, I think I've had enough today.
Okay.
He's very supportive usually, right?
He is not being supportive.
You three know where to hit me. Greg really knows where to hit me. So I'm not. He knows how to just get that knife in there and turn it.
Greg said,
"Can I read it before and decide?"
No.
Yeah.
I hadn't even started telling it. Greg said, "I'll buy 100 t-shirts if he stops telling the story."
You know what I was thinking in the middle? We have to break because we have first 5 notes coming up. But
what were you thinking in the middle of that?
Yeah.
What a special, profound thing I just shared.
No, I remember when you had the first one of these and you hadn't done this in a while and it was a cool thing. But I was thinking something for us personally, which wouldn't mean anything to you guys maybe, but those bands, those cover bands that you'd go see when you were in your 20s, like Paint the Earth. I'm trying to think of the other bands that I went, like all the cover bands. It would be great to do a night of all those old school cover bands somewhere.
Where are those guys at?
Well, there used to be a band, and I think now they're called something else. Actually, I know they are. But what was the band that had the song Sammy and the Snow Monkeys?
I don't know that one.
They were in the early 90s.
In town?
They were in town, a great cover band.
Have we talked about Tim's cover band playing ever?
That
would be the coolest thing.
For years, I've been trying to get this to happen.
I think we can make it happen. We just need the right event.
I feel like having Guy Phillips on this show has got to be what Tim feels like with those bands, though, right? Like you getting to invite Guy on and having him come in and hang out, like you get
it might be
a lot of joy out of that, right?
I do. A little bit of joy.
You get about
joy happens.
You get 7 minutes of joy out of a 50-minute segment.
And then he says the one thing, you're like, oh, geez. Can't say that on the radio anymore.
I don't know how much time I have left.
Food Court.
1065 The Art.
Food Court is brought to you by Schnucks Rewards. Reward yourself with every purchase. Download the Schnucks Rewards app today. I think Tim has a show and taste that he brought in today for us.
Yeah, Emma made some zucchini bread with some zucchini that she grew in our garden.
I love zucchini bread.
And she was sending me pictures while we were at the photo shoot, and she was like, I don't know what I did wrong. I faked because it blew up out of the pan and it kind of just looked absurd. But I was like, just try it. I liked it.
Have you ever had
zucchini? It sounds disgusting.
It does. I remember I was a kid the first time I had it, and I tried it just because we were at a guest's house, somebody's house. We were guests at their house. And I was like...
You were probably told if you didn't eat it, Roscoe Cox would get you, throw you in the lake.
I was like, give me all the zucchini bread. They should just call it delicious bread.
Vegetable bread or something.
No, the vegetable bread's worse.
It's cake.
Yes, but it's still zucchini is in there.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
But isn't there another kind of cake that's good?
Carrot cake.
Just grab a chunk.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Some people don't like carrot cake.
Thank you.
I don't care for it.
I like
giant brownie.
I like it. Oh, I don't recall it being so dark. Like when I had
Chocolatey.
it. Yeah, but I don't.
Oh, it's like super chocolate.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know where to grab
I
this
mean,
from.
You can't call this zucchini
This is not
bread.
zucchini bread.
It's amazing is what it
and
is.
she considers it a fail. I was like, man, this is good.
It's delicious.
It's incredible.
This isn't like the zucchini bread I've had in days of yore.
It's not what
Gotta be better.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Not what I was picturing.
This is a huge cake brownie. Has nothing to do with zucchini.
No.
This is chocolate cake.
We grew chocolate zucchini.
What is the deal?
It's so good. I can't believe
The
it.
zucchini bread I had looked more like a pumpkin, not pumpkin, a banana bread.
Yeah, banana bread?
Yes. It
Yeah.
had just flecks of green in it.
That's
though,
what I was
remember.
imagining. But
Banana
this
bread.
is so much better than what I was imagining.
I mean,
was
it's
like,
got
rain
giant
tolerant.
chocolate chips in
This
it.
is you can't call it.
That's zucchini.
Are you
zucchini
lying? This
chips.
is not zucchini bread, is it?
Yeah, it's zucchini
I think
bread.
you took the wrong cake.
Like the wind blew and the recipe turned over to
Flipped
chocolate
over
cake.
it, yeah.
This is not, I don't even understand what's happening.
I don't know.
Tell her to send us. I want to look over this recipe.
Okay.
This is insane.
Right,
But it's good.
I think it's like from Friends where Rachel messes up the
Yeah, and it's the layers.
The layer. It's the what is that called? That layer.
I don't remember.
Yorkshire
like
pudding.
Mashed potatoes in it or something.
She thinks she's making a trifle, and it's some meat thing. Whipped cream, meat.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, and it's a funny episode if you've never seen it. Yeah, I want to see this recipe. I mean, it's delicious.
It's unbelievable. I'd rather
job.
have this than something called chocolate cake.
I mean, it's good because there's some vegetables in
Yeah.
here supposedly.
so healthy.
And the picture she sent, I was like, man, what'd you do? She's like, I blew it. I'm like, just try it.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
It's my favorite chocolate cake now.
Yeah, that's the healthiest thing I've had in a
Turns
week.
out you guys love zucchini. She just sent the recipe. We'll post it. Chocolate. Okay. All right. She didn't share this. What she just sent over, the recipe is chocolate zucchini loaf cake.
Oh, yeah.
Why even put the zucchini in there? What does the
it's healthy.
zucchini do?
Oh, I mean, think about all the vitamins that are in there.
This is as close to bread. You could have called it zucchini pizza, and I'd be like, it wouldn't make. I mean, this is as far away from that as.
It's delicious. All right, speaking of pizza, Chris, Taco Bell, you know the Mexican pizza's coming back September 15th. That's the date. They've got all their vendors in place. They know the production's going to be big, so they're ready to go with that. But they might actually start selling actual pizza or close to it. A lot of people doing flatbreads.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So they are testing it in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. Few locations. I put a picture of it up on the blog today. And it is cheesy chipotle chicken flatbread. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, you got all the stuff there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it is a toasted flatbread with chicken, onions, cheese, tortilla strips, and chipotle sauce. And you can add jalapenos if you want. Each one will cost about $4. Not sure if they're going to do any other toppings for now, but it's being tested, and maybe we'll see it rolled out. Maybe they're going to roll it out when the Mexican pizza. You know what? Let's just take care of the Mexican pizza rollout. Then you can get in on this other pizza deal.
One step at a time here, Taco Bell. Nobody cares about your stupid pizza idea. Do the Mexican pizza.
Do it right.
Or people are going to burn these places down.
Speaking of fast food, how many years of your life would you give up for fast food? They polled over 3,000 Americans.
I wouldn't give up any years of my life.
I think
I would just be done with fast food.
We're doing it though right now. Like every time we eat fast food.
Yes.
Like
Is
there's
that
no
the point of this?
Yeah, I think so.
I hate going the fast food route, but sometimes it's just the only option.
Yes.
That's why I like places like Freddy's or Culver's or something.
It's still
where I'm
fast
like,
food, man.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but this is like
You'd have to
like
give that
real
up.
things in here.
You'd have to give up Freddy's.
It's got to be healthier than other things, right?
Yeah, right?
It's not fair. I have this one little piece of chocolate zucchini bread sitting there just watching me.
Just staring you down.
And I really want to eat it.
Do you want me to talk about something for a little while?
She said the recipe.
Do you want to talk about food? Go ahead. No, I have more stories.
Oh, okay.
You want to? No, if you have something.
Oh, I
weigh
can
in.
I can tell you that over the weekend I went to Stagger Inn in Edwardsville, a place we used to go to when we lived in Edwardsville. It's called the Stagger Inn. It's been there forever.
It should be called Stagger Out.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of that.
That's promo worthy, baby. And with a mouthful of zucchini bread.
Did you have food at Stagger Inn?
Yeah. Owen and I went there after his football game. Then we'd always get a French dip sandwich there and had the French dip. Man, it's good.
Good times, man.
Oh, man, it's good.
All right, so these 3,000 Americans that they polled, the average answer for how many years of their lives they would give up for fast food was 4. All right? Most of the states were 3 to 5 years, they say they would do it. Missouri, 4 years. Illinois, 5. But
That's the Portillo's factor right there.
a few, I wouldn't call that fast food, really.
I wouldn't either. But if we're calling Freddy's fast food, then I guess Portillo's is fast food.
For him and his Freddy's loyalty.
They're making that, all that stuff is like fresh made back there. So.
It's fresh made.
Fresh made.
It's fresh made. They make it right here in the store.
Okay, but there are 3 states that would be willing to give up more than a decade of their lives.
Good Lord.
Montana, North Dakota,
Montana, what are you guys doing?
and Hawaii. These don't sound like states that would answer that.
Hawaii makes sense. They're all in on that spam, and they've got weird eating habits.
All right. And then, McDonald's is looking into, tell me what you think about this, Chicken Big Mac. Chicken Big Mac, they have it in the UK.
Yeah, why not?
And it is huge. It's huge, and that's what they're saying. I don't have the sales records.
You double
I'll
up
be the judge. I'll let you know in
chicken?
3 days.
Yeah, but it's with the special sauce, but it's like a little variation of it.
Right.
It is special sauce, shredded lettuce, American cheese, pickle, sesame seed bun, except for 2 tempura chicken patties substituted for the customary beef patties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably be okay.
I would imagine people would get into that.
You know what I could go for?
I think so too.
Is a Big Mac style fish sandwich. So like the double up the fish.
Oh, that's a
I
great
think
idea.
they have I think you can get double fillet
I
of
think they
fish.
do double fillet, but it's not with the extra
bread?
slice of bread.
I know.
I think
Yeah.
that would be.
That Big Mac is just incredible. I mean, they just nailed it early on.
It is good.
It's so
Even though the
special.
patties are nothing,
I know.
but the combo
the
of
sauce and
everything.
the shredded lettuce and the way and the pickles, it just sits in there. Man, it's good.
I'll have one of these UK ones in 3 days.
Oh, you will?
UK brag.
You'll be in the UK?
Oh, yeah.
Chicken Big Mac brag.
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
gonna
well,
have a chicken Big Mac.
try one, and you can let us know when you come back. Right now they're testing it in South Florida right now. Don't test it in South Florida. Test it.
They don't know.
Yeah, they're not even Americans.
They're from
They're all swimsuit ready at all times.
Yeah.
So this might appeal to them more than the other Big Mac then.
Yeah, maybe. It's a lot of bread, though. You got to hit some bread states. That is
Bread states.
Go try it out in Montana, apparently.
Yes,
Is it a red state or a blue state? It's a bread state.
Bread
Yeah,
state.
right.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if it gets added to the menu. I think Nick would like it, but Nick would take that middle bun out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He likes to get 2 McChickens and then throw all the bread away from one of them and put both chickens
Double it up.
in one.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I hit a McDonald's drive-thru last night. Can I tell you about it?
Yes.
So I did these shows at the Funny Bone with Michael Malone, and he'd want to get food afterwards, and I'll tell you more about that. But it's one of my strong opinions is based on our drive-thru experience. But like every night, it'd be so late. Like Friday, we were up for the broadcast, and then we go into all these different places. We end up at McDonald's Friday night, and all I remember, I was so delirious. I was so impressed with how cheap it was that I told the 17-year-old working the drive-thru. I remember saying, "You guys run a great business here." And he shook it.
You're officially a dad.
Yeah. I was like, what did I just say? And he goes, thanks, man. And he shakes my hand. So then, anyway, all these adventures. So then last night, we're like, is the close McDonald's going to be open? The closest one. Because every night we tried.
I know which one you're talking about.
We tried that one first, and you pull up to the thing, and it goes, we're sorry, we're closed. Please come visit us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
And it's not even late.
It's not even late. And also, as if anybody who's driving through at midnight is going to be like, I guess we'll just come back in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's go sit over there and wait.
Every night that happened, and last night the show gets out early. It's Sunday. It's like 8:30. He's like, we're hitting that McDonald's. I'm like, great, because every night we have these adventures. So we go to the first thing, and it goes, please pull up to the second ordering screen. So we're like, oh, this is great.
This is more than we've gotten.
This is as far as we've gotten, and we're laughing so hard, like, man, if they send us home. So we get up to the thing, and the voice goes, are you DoorDash? And I go, no. And he goes, oh, sorry, our ordering system is down, so we're not taking orders right now. And we're laughing so hard. And I go, what if I pay cash? And he goes, another customer just asked that, and I asked my regional manager, and he said we couldn't do it.
Why are they taking DoorDash?
I guess DoorDash was picking something up they were gonna give them. So we're laughing so hard, and I go, hey man, I got a $20 bill here. All I need is a 10-piece chicken McNugget, and then you can put the order in later when the system's back online, or this 20 can be yours, and we just don't have to talk about it. There's a pause, and he goes, just a 10-piece? And I go, and a Coke and some fries, and he goes, pull around in the second window. So we pull around, and this guy, it was as if he was handing us drugs. He's like looking around, and I didn't want to give it to me until I gave him the money, and he did the right thing. And
was it a good order?
Michael got his McDonald's. Yes.
Okay.
Everything was just as it needed to be. It was
They're running a great business.
Yeah, they run a great business. Leave it at
Back
that.
alley McDonald's.
That's so great. All right, that is food court. Lots of good food court stuff there. Brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app.
Have you ever just thought to yourself, why me? Why is life so unfair? What do other people see? When they watch me walk by, when I catch my reflection, people run like I have a contagious infection. But it's not my mental health. I know that can be crushing. I'm talking about plaque psoriasis. Bet you didn't see that coming. I'm sick of the judgment, the discomfort and itching. Vtama Cream is the once daily steroid-free treatment I know I've been missing.
Vtama Tapinarof Cream 1% is a prescription topical treatment for adults with plaque psoriasis. Do not use if you're allergic to Vtama Cream. The most common side effects of Vtama Cream include red raised bumps around the hair pores, pain or swelling in the nose and throat, skin rash or irritation, including itching and redness, peeling, burning or stinging, headache, itching, and flu. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or plan to be. Ask your doctor if Vtama Cream is right for you. You deserve more from your topical. To learn more, visit topicaluprising.com.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly.